Hey, Drop Tech fans! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some incredible news for all you tech enthusiasts, especially those who love foldable phones. Samsung is about to take things to a whole new level with their latest innovation. That's right, we're talking about the upcoming Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim, which is possibly launching this October. This phone is set to be a game changer, and we've got all the juicy details right here. So if you're curious about what makes this foldable different from the rest, stick around because we're diving deep into the world of cutting-edge technology. Let's take a moment to appreciate how far foldable phones have come. When Samsung first introduced the Galaxy Fold, it was a revolutionary step in mobile technology. Since then, the Galaxy Z Fold series has continued to evolve, offering more durability, better displays, and enhanced performance with each iteration. But as with any tech innovation, competition is fierce. In recent years, we've seen some serious competition from Chinese manufacturers like Honor, Oppo, OnePlus, Huawei, Xiaomi, and Vivo. These companies have been pushing the boundaries of what's possible with foldable technology, releasing thinner, lighter, and more affordable foldable phones. So, how does Samsung respond to this growing competition? By stepping up its game, of course. Samsung's decision to launch the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim in the same year as the standard Z Fold 6 is a bold move. The idea behind this new device is to create a lighter, thinner, and more affordable version of the Z Fold 6 without compromising on the essential features that make it a Samsung foldable. According to reports, when Samsung's top executives saw what their competitors were offering, they immediately tasked their engineering teams with creating a device that could stand out in this crowded market. The challenge was clear. Build a foldable phone that not only matched but exceeded the competition in terms of ergonomics, durability, and overall user experience. So, how did Samsung achieve this? Let's talk about the technical innovations that make the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim truly unique. One of the key strategies Samsung employed was simplifying the phone's internal structure. By removing certain layers of complexity, such as the screen digitizer, they were able to reduce the phone's weight and thickness. Now, you might be wondering, what does this mean for features like S Pen support? Well, with the removal of the screen digitizer, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim will not support the S Pen, which has been a popular feature of previous Fold models. But don't worry, this decision wasn't made lightly. By focusing on making the phone lighter and more durable, Samsung is aiming to create a device that appeals to a broader audience. After all, not everyone uses the S Pen, and the trade-off for a sleeker design might be worth it for many users. Now, let's talk about the most exciting aspect of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim, the potential use of titanium in its construction. According to supply chain sources in Korea, Samsung is seriously considering using a titanium backplate for this new foldable. If this happens, it will be the first time Samsung has used titanium in one of its foldable phones. So, why is this such a big deal? Titanium is a metal known for being incredibly strong yet lightweight. It's more durable than steel and much lighter, making it the perfect material for a device that needs to be both sturdy and portable. By incorporating titanium, Samsung can create a phone that's not only lighter but also more durable. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim could be the device that sets the benchmark for future foldable phones, and we can't wait to see how it performs in the real world. Today, we've got some exciting news about Samsung's upcoming foldable smartphones. If you're a tech enthusiast, you're definitely going to want to stick around for this one. We're talking about the highly anticipated Galaxy Z Fold 6 series and, more specifically, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra, which is rumored to be coming to China and Korea. Among the many Galaxy Z Fold 6 models that are currently in development in Samsung's labs, the one that has everyone buzzing is the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. Now, if you're familiar with Samsung's Ultra-branded smartphones, you know they are designed to be the best of the best, offering high-end features and cutting-edge technology. While the standard Galaxy Z Fold 6 is expected to bring some minor incremental upgrades, all eyes are undoubtedly on the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. However, here's the catch. The Ultra isn't expected to get a global release. But don't worry, It seems this powerhouse of a device won't be restricted to just Samsung's home country, South Korea. According to reports, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra could also be launching in China. Now, let's talk about the most exciting aspect of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim: the potential use of titanium in its construction. According to supply chain sources in Korea, Samsung is seriously considering using a titanium backplate for this new foldable. If this happens, it will be the first time Samsung has used titanium in one of its foldable phones. So, why is this such a big deal? Titanium is a metal known for being incredibly strong yet lightweight. It's more durable than steel and much lighter, making it the perfect material for a device that needs to be both sturdy and portable. By incorporating titanium, Samsung can create a phone that's not only lighter but also more durable. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim could be the device that sets the benchmark for future foldable phones, and we can't wait to see how it performs in the real world. Galaxy Z Fold 6 series and, more specifically, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra, which is rumored to be coming to China and Korea. Among the many Galaxy Z Fold 6 models that are currently in development in Samsung's labs, the one that has everyone buzzing is the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. Now, if you're familiar with Samsung's Ultra-branded smartphones, you know they are designed to be the best of the best, offering high-end features and cutting-edge technology. While the standard Galaxy Z Fold 6 is expected to bring some minor incremental upgrades, all eyes are undoubtedly on the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. However, here's the catch: the Ultra isn't expected to get a global release. But don't worry. It seems this powerhouse of a device won't be restricted to just Samsung's home country, South Korea. According to reports, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra could also be launching in China. This is particularly interesting because it seems the rumored Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim, which we've been hearing about with its slimmer body, bigger displays, and larger battery, might actually be the Chinese variant of the Fold 6 Ultra. If this is true, it would clear up some of the confusion we've seen in recent weeks about how many models Samsung is actually working on. It might just be two: the Galaxy Z Fold 6 and the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. The Ultra, limited to Korea and China for now, would allow Samsung to gauge interest levels before potentially bringing it to a wider audience. In China, the Z Fold 6 Ultra may be sold as the Samsung W25, complete with unique visual touches like decorative engravings on the hinge, similar to previous Samsung W smartphones. So, what do you think about the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim? Are you excited about the possibility of a titanium foldable phone? And what are your thoughts on the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra and its potential release in China and Korea, its next big move in the foldable smartphone market? If you're into cutting-edge tech, you're definitely going to want to stick around for this one. It looks like Samsung is stepping up its game with plans to introduce a premium version of the Galaxy Z Fold 6, and it's called the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. This ultra-sleek device could be making its debut very soon, but there's a catch: it might only be available in select regions like South Korea and China. Now, why is this launch so intriguing? Well, rumors have been swirling for a while, but things got a lot more real after the phone was officially certified in South Korea. According to a report from 91 Mobiles, a device with the model number SMCOVALENTF958N1 was spotted on the Safety Korea certification site. This certification has sparked a lot of buzz, with many believing that the phone could be unveiled as soon as late September, specifically around the 25th. But that's not all. There's also talk that in China, this new foldable could be known by a different name, the Samsung Galaxy W25. While the name might change, the Ultra experience is expected to be just as impressive. One of the most exciting aspects of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is its design. Samsung is pushing the boundaries to make this their thinnest foldable phone yet. To give you some context, the regular Galaxy Z Fold 6 has a thickness of 12.1 mm. However, the new Ultra model is expected to be just 10 mm thick. That's a significant reduction, especially when you consider that Samsung had to remove the S Pen silo and the 3 mm digitizer layer on the screen to achieve this. An insider from the wireless industry even mentioned that Samsung is going all out to trim down the thickness by another 0.1 millimeters. It seems that the global smartphone market is increasingly focused on just how thin the next generation of devices can be, and Samsung is clearly leading the charge. To make this happen, Samsung likely worked closely with its own subsidiaries like Samsung Display and Samsung Electro-Mechanics to source thinner foldable displays and camera components. Despite its thinner profile, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra isn't skimping on screen size. In fact, it might feature a larger 8-inch internal display compared to the 7.6-inch screen found on the standard model. The cover screen is also expected to see a slight bump, increasing from 6.3 inches to 6.5 inches. So, not only is the Ultra model thinner, but it also offers more screen real estate. Talk about a win-win. Let's talk cameras. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is rumored to include some noteworthy upgrades. The under-display camera could be getting a small boost to 5 megapixels, up from the 4 megapixel sensor used in the regular Galaxy Z Fold 6. However, it looks like the front-facing and ultra-wide cameras will remain unchanged at 10 megapixels and 12 megapixels, respectively. Now, if you're someone who likes to stand out with your smartphone, you might be interested to know that while the regular Galaxy Z Fold 6 comes in a variety of colors like navy, silver, shadow pink, white, and black, the Ultra model will reportedly be available in black only. As for pricing, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is expected to have a price tag of around $2,100 based on current exchange rates. That's a bit more expensive than the regular model, which is priced at $1,899, to help you extend the battery life of your Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 and keep it running smoothly for the long haul. If you love tech tips like these, adjusting your performance profile. By default, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 is set to Standard, which balances power usage for most users. But if you want to stretch that battery life a bit further, consider switching to Light mode. This mode focuses on conserving battery life and keeping your device cool. To make the switch, go to Settings, scroll to Device Care, and select Performance Profile. Gamers may not notice much difference, but if you use productivity apps, you might see a slight drop in performance. Next up, let's talk about auto optimization. This handy feature is all about keeping your phone running smoothly without you having to lift a finger. It performs automatic resets to fix any performance issues. You can choose the Restart When Needed option to allow your phone to restart automatically when it detects a problem. Alternatively, you can set a specific restart schedule. I recommend setting it for 4 a.m. on a day when you're usually asleep. Now, let's move on to tweaking your battery settings. Head over to Settings, then Device Care, and finally Battery. Here, you can enable power saving mode directly from the Quick Access menu or use Adaptive Power Saving, which automatically adjusts power saving based on your usage patterns. Feel free to customize the power saving mode settings, but I typically keep all options on, except for Limit Apps on home screen. For those concerned about battery health, adjusting your charging behavior is crucial. You have 3 charging options: Basic, Adaptive, and Maximum. Basic stops charging at 100% and resumes at 95%, which helps prolong battery life. Maximum stops at 80%, which is best for battery health but might be less convenient. Adaptive strikes a balance. Use Maximum while you sleep and switch to Basic before waking up. Just keep in mind that Adaptive might not work well with irregular sleep patterns. You can also turn off fast charging in the settings to protect your battery in the long run, although I personally prefer the speed of fast charging. Lastly, enable the Show Battery Percentage option. This setting gives you a more accurate view of your battery level, so you can keep a close eye on how much juice you have left. These tips are simple but effective in helping your Galaxy Z Fold 6 run smoother, last longer, and maintain battery health over time. On Galaxy Z Fold 6, which is priced at nearly $2,000. The big question is, should you buy it? How's the battery life? Is the new display wide enough? Are the cameras better? Despite having the same hardware, why does it outperform other phones in one area? I'll explain all that and more, so stay tuned. It's been a while since I had a Samsung Foldable as my main device, and let me tell you, the standout change is the design. While it may not look drastically different, it feels much better in hand, in use, and in your pocket. The Zold 6 is slightly shorter, wider, thinner, and most importantly, lighter at about 239 grams, nearly the same weight as a standard smartphone. It feels premium with smooth square sides reminiscent of the S24 Ultra. The paint color option is subtle and attractive, though the carbon fiber black model looks a bit cheap. The outer display is wider than before, making it easier to type, though it's still not as comfortable as a full widescreen display. But the main screen now boasts 2600 nits of brightness, perfect for watching media and gaming. The crease on the screen is still visible but less pronounced, making for a better viewing experience. Multitasking on the Zold 6 is a standout feature, with a large display allowing comfortable use of multiple apps simultaneously. The software running on One UI 6.11 based on Android 14 is packed with features. Galaxy Eye has some fun and useful tools like turning sketches into realistic images and transforming photos into cartoon characters. Battery life is comparable to the previous generation, with about 20% charge left at the end of a heavy use day. So, you can expect it to last you through a busy day without much worry. However, the cameras remain unchanged from the Fold 4, which is disappointing given the price. While image processing is good and using the back cameras for selfies is a unique advantage, the lack of hardware upgrades is a letdown. In summary, if you're looking to buy a Samsung Foldable, the Zold 6's new design and productivity features make it a good choice, especially if you're upgrading from an older model. However, for most people, the Fold 5 offers similar features at a more affordable price. Samsung's upcoming foldable phones, specifically the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim. With Chinese manufacturers continuing to push the boundaries by making their foldable devices thinner and lighter, Samsung is stepping up its game to stay competitive. Let's break down everything you need to know about what Samsung has in store. As Chinese smartphone makers continue to innovate with slimmer and lighter foldable phones, Samsung knows it has to keep up. Even though the Galaxy Z Flip series is already more compact than many of its competitors, the Galaxy Z Fold series still isn't as thin as some of the alternatives out there. But don't worry, Samsung isn't sitting idle. Rumor has it that they're planning to make a big move later this year with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim. Now, the name, Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim, isn't confirmed just yet, but leaks and rumors strongly suggest that this device is going to be a sleeker, lighter version of the foldable we've come to know. And what's really interesting is the role titanium might play in achieving this design. According to recent reports from Korean media, Samsung might be considering using titanium for the backplate of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim. Now, why is this important? The backplate is a critical part of the phone, providing support between the foldable screen and the hinge. In the current Galaxy Z Fold models, Samsung has used carbon fiber reinforced plastic for this component. But for the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim, titanium could be the game changer that makes the phone both stronger and lighter. While carbon fiber reinforced plastic, CFRP, is still in the running, all signs point to Samsung leaning towards titanium in the end. Here's where things get interesting. Back in May, it was revealed that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim wouldn't support the S Pen. Why? Well, the likely culprit is the titanium backplate. Titanium, while strong, can interfere with the digitizer, which is essential for stylus support. This could be why Samsung opted not to include the S Pen functionality in this model. It's worth noting that while the Galaxy S24 Ultra features a titanium frame, it doesn't sit directly behind the display like the backplate does in a foldable phone, so the issues with the digitizer don't come into play there. So, when can we expect to see the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim? The launch is anticipated between October and December, but here's the catch. It will likely only be available in the US and China, at least initially. One reason for this limited release could be the high price tag, which is expected to exceed $2,200. This exclusive launch strategy might be a way to test the market before considering a broader release. Samsung is reportedly working hard on making a thinner version of the Galaxy Z Fold 6, often referred to as the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim. The goal is to reduce the thickness of their foldable phones to better compete with Chinese rivals. But according to a recent report from the ELEC, Samsung might not fully achieve this goal this year. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim is expected to be around 11 mm thick. Samsung has allegedly removed the S Pen digitizer, which adds 0.6 mm of thickness, 0.3 mm on each side of the screen, suggesting that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim could be about 11.5 mm thick. However, Samsung is still exploring ways to make it even thinner. Looking ahead, Samsung aims for its future foldable phones to be as thin as conventional smartphones like the Galaxy S24 Ultra. To make this happen, they may need to make significant improvements to components like the hinge and the battery. Unlike many of their Chinese competitors, Samsung's foldable phones, including the Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Galaxy Z Fold 6, boast an IP48 rating for dust and water resistance, which is a big plus for users who need durability. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim is also expected to feature larger screens compared to the regular Galaxy Z Fold 6, with a 6.5-inch cover screen and an 8-inch foldable display. Samsung reportedly plans to produce only 500,000 to 600,000 units of this slimmer foldable device. The launch could be exclusive to China and South Korea, where the demand for foldable phones is higher. As for sales, Samsung doesn't expect the Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Galaxy Z Fold 6 to outperform their predecessors. However, the sales share is expected to shift slightly. The Galaxy Z Flip 6's share is projected to drop from 70% to 60%, while the Galaxy Z Fold 6's share is expected to rise from 30% to 40%. So, what do you think about the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim? Will it be a game-changer in the foldable phone market? Galaxy Z Fold 6 to help you get the most out of your device. Let's talk about maximizing your phone's brightness. If you're not using auto brightness, you might not be getting the highest possible brightness. To boost it, go to Settings, Display and enable the Extra Brightness toggle. This will increase the screen's brightness, but keep in mind that it will use more battery. If you're already using adaptive brightness, you're all set, as it automatically adjusts to the maximum brightness. Next, if you want your phone to feel faster, there's a way to speed up transitions and animations. Swipe down from the top of the screen and go to Settings, Developer Options. If you don't see Developer Options, go to Settings, About Phone, Software Information and tap build number 7 times to enable it. Once Developer Options is activated, go back to Settings and scroll down to Developer Options. Here, you can adjust the window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale from 1x to 0.5x to speed up animations. For a smoother experience, I recommend reducing these scales rather than turning off animations entirely. To help extend your battery's lifespan, consider using the battery protection feature. Go to Settings, Battery and enable battery protection. This prevents the phone from staying at 100% charge for prolonged periods, which can degrade the battery over time. For contacts, you can create custom photo cards by going to your contact list, tapping Edit, and selecting Create Profile Card. You can use generated images or personal photos to customize each contact. Finally, if you want to keep specific apps running in the background, you can lock them by swiping up to view open apps, tapping the app icon, and selecting Keep Open. This feature is useful if you want to ensure that certain apps remain active. I hope these tips help you get more out of your Galaxy Z Fold 6.
Hey, Drop Tech fans, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into some exciting news about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. Over the past few months, there's been a lot of chatter about this device. Initially, some reports suggested it might be canceled, but we've got some thrilling updates for you. It turns out the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra will be hitting select markets after all. According to a recent report from Allowed PC, Samsung is working on a device codenamed H6A, which is set to launch in China and South Korea this October. Earlier rumors had claimed the Z Fold 6 Ultra was scrapped, but new evidence tells a different story. Samsung is still working on this mysterious variant, tentatively called the Ultra. They're even testing new firmware for a model numbered SMF958N. This firmware is now available for country codes Q, KTC, SKC, and LUC, showing that development is moving forward. However, it's important to keep in mind that nothing is guaranteed until it's officially released. There's also a possibility that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra might be a South Korea exclusive, as suggested by the country codes. Even if Samsung plans to launch this new foldable phone, it probably won't be available before the end of the year. So, if availability is limited and you're eager for a foldable phone now, it might be a good idea to pre-order the existing Galaxy Z Fold 6. Right now, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 is the top foldable phone you can buy. But if you're into flip phones, then the Galaxy Z Flip 6 is your best bet. The Fold 6 boasts a new design and impressive specs, including the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip and a bright 2600 nits LTPO foldable AMOLED 2X display. This year, its durability has been enhanced around the hinge and the armor aluminum frame, and the foldable display crease is less visible. The phone now has an IP48 rating instead of IPX8. Samsung opened pre-orders for the Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Galaxy Z Fold 6 in India last week, and within just a week, the company has reported record-breaking numbers. This surge in pre-orders shows that more consumers in India are now excited to invest in foldable phones. According to Samsung's official newsroom post, the new Galaxy Z series devices have received 40% more pre-orders in India than their predecessors, making them the most successful Galaxy Z series launches in the country. Pre-orders for the Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Galaxy Z Fold 6 began in India on July 10, 2024, coinciding with their global announcement. Samsung also mentioned that all units sold in India are manufactured at their factory in Noida. The Galaxy Z Flip 6 is priced at INR 109,999, around $1,320, for the 256 GB version, and INR 129,999, about $1,460, for the 512 GB version. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 is available at INR 164,999, $1,980, for the 256 GB version, INR 176,950, approximately $2,120, for the 512 GB version, and INR 209,999, around $2,410, for the 1 TB version. Customers who pre-order these devices can benefit from an instant cashback of INR 8,000 when they use an HEFC bank card, and can also purchase a 1-year Samsung Care Plus accidental damage cover for INR 9,999. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Let's get started. When Samsung first entered the foldable phone market, they didn't have much competition. This allowed them to use decent cameras on devices priced around $2,000. But times have changed. With more competitors joining the market, having just a mid-tier camera on such an expensive device isn't acceptable anymore. Famous leaker Ice Universe mentioned that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 would have the same camera setup as the Fold 5. This includes a 50-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide module, a 10-megapixel 3x telephoto camera, a 4-megapixel under-display camera, and a 10-megapixel cover camera. However, another tipster hinted that the Fold 6 might have improved cameras. While the Fold 5 and the Galaxy S24 share the same rear cameras, a new rumor suggests that the Fold 6 will upgrade at least one of its cameras. A tipster named @Crow wrote on Twitter that the Fold 6 will have a better camera array than the Galaxy S24, though specifics weren't provided. Since @Crow doesn't have a strong track record, it's best to take this leak with a grain of salt. With the rumored announcement date of July 10 approaching, it's unlikely that the camera specs would change this late in the production cycle. But even if this rumor doesn't pan out, the Fold 6 is still expected to offer several other enhancements. The Fold 6 will reportedly feature a wider cover display, a boxier design, titanium frames, and a thinner, lighter build. It will maintain the same battery and charging specs as previous models, with a 4,400 mAh battery and 25W charging technology. Tipster Ice Universe also shared details suggesting the Fold 6 will have a wider display and sharper corners. An image of two screen protectors, one for the Galaxy Fold 5 and one for the Galaxy Z Fold 6, indicates that the Fold 6 outer screen will be slightly wider this year at 60.2 mm compared to the 57.4 mm on the Fold 5. This suggests a wider aspect ratio for the Fold 6. Additionally, the edges of the Fold 6 cover screen appear to be sharper, similar to the Galaxy S24 Ultra. The Fold 6 outer display is also expected to have thinner bezels at the top and bottom. There are also rumors about a more budget-friendly variant of the Fold 6. While this variant isn't expected to launch in July alongside the Fold 6, it might hit the market later this year. However, there are reports that Samsung might cancel this device due to concerns about its differentiation and thickness compared to competing Chinese models. Samsung might focus solely on releasing the standard Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Galaxy Z Flip 6 later this year. Although the cancellation of the affordable Z Flip variant isn't confirmed, it seems unlikely to materialize. We can still expect Samsung to introduce other Fan Edition devices later this year, providing alternative options for consumers. As the unveiling of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 approaches, we can anticipate more information to surface in the coming weeks. That's it for today. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 6? Let me know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. Thanks for watching HashMedTech. Hey everyone, welcome back to HashMedTech. Today, we're diving into the latest rumors and leaks about the highly anticipated Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. Let's get started. When Samsung first entered the foldable phone market, they didn't have much competition. This allowed them to use decent cameras on devices priced around $2,000. But times have changed. With more competitors joining the market, having just a mid-tier camera on such an expensive device isn't acceptable anymore. Famous leaker Ice Universe mentioned that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 would have the same camera setup as the Fold 5. This includes a 50-megapixel main camera, a 12-megapixel ultra-wide module, a 10-megapixel 3x telephoto camera, a 4-megapixel under-display camera, and a 10-megapixel cover camera. However, another tipster hinted that the Fold 6 might have improved cameras. While the Fold 5 and the Galaxy S24 share the same rear cameras, a new rumor suggests that the Fold 6 will upgrade at least one of its cameras. A tipster named @Crow wrote on Twitter that the Fold 6 will have a better camera array than the Galaxy S24, though specifics weren't provided. Since @Crow doesn't have a strong track record, it's best to take this leak with a grain of salt. With the rumored announcement date of July 10 approaching, it's unlikely that the camera specs would change this late in the production cycle. But even if this rumor doesn't pan out, the Fold 6 is still expected to offer several other enhancements. The Fold 6 will reportedly feature a wider cover display, a boxier design, titanium frames, and a thinner, lighter build. It will maintain the same battery and charging specs as previous models, with a 4,400 mAh battery and 25W charging technology. Tipster Ice Universe also shared details suggesting the Fold 6 will have a wider display and sharper corners. An image of two screen protectors, one for the Galaxy Fold 5 and one for the Galaxy Z Fold 6, indicates that the Fold 6 outer screen will be slightly wider this year at 60.2 mm compared to the 57.4 mm on the Fold 5. This suggests a wider aspect ratio for the Fold 6. Additionally, The edges of the Fold 6 cover screen appear to be sharper, similar to the Galaxy S24 Ultra. The Fold 6 outer display is also expected to have thinner bezels at the top and bottom. There are also rumors about a more budget-friendly variant of the Fold 6. While this variant isn't expected to launch in July alongside the Fold 6, it might hit the market later this year. However, there are reports that Samsung might cancel this device due to concerns about its differentiation and thickness compared to competing Chinese models. Samsung might focus solely on releasing the standard Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Galaxy Z Flip 6 later this year. Although the cancellation of the affordable Z Flip variant isn't confirmed, it seems unlikely to materialize. We can still expect Samsung to introduce other Fan Edition devices later this year, providing alternative options for consumers. As the unveiling of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 approaches, we can anticipate more information to surface in the coming weeks. That's it for today. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 6? Samsung has just launched the Galaxy Z Fold 6, Samsung's hold in the foldable phone market, with some impressive upgrades. Let's dive right in. Design-wise, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 stands out from its predecessor and even the S24 Ultra. It features a redesigned hinge aimed at reducing the noticeable crease on the display. Additionally, it's lighter and more squared in shape, enhancing both durability and ergonomics. Despite these improvements, the crease on the display is still noticeable. The Z Fold 6 weighs just 239 grams and comes in several colors: silver shadow, pink, and navy, with exclusive crafted black and white options. The Z Fold 6 boasts a 7.6-inch main screen with a variable refresh rate up to 120 Hz, along with a 6.2-inch external display. Even though it uses ultra-thin glass, the crease remains visible. On the other hand, the S24 Ultra features a 6.8-inch screen with vivid colors and high brightness, protected by Corning's Gorilla Glass armor, which minimizes light reflections. Both the Z Fold 6 and the S24 Ultra are powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip globally, delivering top-notch performance and graphics. They also share similar RAM options and storage capacities, ensuring robust performance across various applications. In the camera department, the Z Fold 6 shares a similar setup with the Z Fold 5, including a 50MP main camera, a 10MP telephoto with 3x zoom, and a 12MP ultra-wide camera. However, the S24 Ultra takes it up a notch with a 200MP main camera, a 50MP telephoto with 5x zoom, another 10MP telephoto with 3x zoom, and a 12MP ultra-wide camera, offering superior photographic capabilities. When it comes to battery life, the Z Fold 6 retains its predecessor's 4,400 mAh capacity, while the S24 Ultra packs a larger 5,000 mAh battery, providing exceptional endurance for web browsing, video streaming, and gaming. The Z Fold 6 supports up to 25V wired charging, whereas the S24 Ultra supports up to 45W. Both models offer similar wireless charging speeds and reverse wireless charging capabilities. That's it for today. What are your thoughts on the Galaxy Z Fold 6? Do you think it's a worthy upgrade? Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. Let's dive right in. People have been buzzing about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra for months. Initially, there were rumors that Samsung might cancel it. But guess what? Recently, it was announced that the device will indeed be released, but only in a few select markets. Now here's some fresh info about its launch. According to a report from All Around PC, Samsung is developing a device codenamed T6A, which is set to release in China and South Korea in October 2024. The name for the South Korean market isn't confirmed yet, but it's expected to be called the W25 in China. Cut to concept image of Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. Earlier rumors suggested that this new foldable phone will be thinner and have a larger screen than the Galaxy Z Fold 6. It's expected to come with better features like a titanium frame. However, it won't support the S Pen. Some reports hint at a bigger battery and improved cameras, but nothing is definite yet. If the news about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is true, it will likely launch around the same time as the Galaxy Tab S10. Another report mentioned that Samsung might also reveal its first XR headset in October 2024. This means we could see all these devices announced at the same event. Last week, there was a rumor that the Ultra version was canceled, but fortunately, new information suggests that Samsung is still working on it. Our friends at Galaxy Club found evidence that Samsung is still developing this mysterious Galaxy Z Fold model, calling it the Ultra. They discovered that Samsung is testing new software for a device with the model number SMF958N. This test software is being used in countries with the codes KIO, KTC, SKC, and LU. It's important to note that this test software wasn't on Samsung servers last week, but is now, indicating some progress with the Ultra model. However, there's no guarantee a product will be sold until it's officially released, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. Another thing to remember is that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra might be made just for the South Korean market. This isn't new information, but the firmware number and country codes found on Samsung test servers make this idea more likely. All the country codes are for South Korea. Even if Samsung plans to release a new foldable phone, this mysterious Galaxy Z Fold device probably won't come out before the end of the year. Meanwhile, the Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Z Fold 6 are breaking pre-order records in India. Samsung started taking pre-orders for their new foldable phones, the Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Galaxy Z Fold 6, in India last week. In just 1 week, the company announced that these phones have received more pre-orders than ever before. This is fantastic news for Samsung because it means more people in India are interested in buying foldable phones. The Galaxy Z Flip 6 and Galaxy Z Fold 6 have gotten 40% more pre-orders in India than the previous models. Samsung shared this information on its official news page. These new foldable phones are now the most successful Galaxy Z series devices the company has ever launched in India. Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. This device has been a hot topic for months, and we got some fresh updates to share with you. So initially, there were rumors floating around that Samsung might cancel the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra. However, it was recently confirmed that the device will indeed be released, but only in a few select markets. Let's get into the details. A new report from All Around PC states that Samsung is developing a device with the codename K6A, which is set to be released in China and South Korea in October 2024. While the name for the South Korean market isn't confirmed yet, it's expected to be called the W25 in China. Now, earlier rumors indicated that this new foldable phone will be thinner and have a larger screen than the Galaxy Z Fold 6. It's expected to feature a titanium frame and improved specifications. However, it will not support the S Pen. Some reports even suggest it might have a bigger battery and better cameras, though the details are still a bit unclear. If the news about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra launch is accurate, it will be released around the same time as the Galaxy Tab S10. Another recent report mentioned that Samsung might reveal its first XR headset in October 2024, suggesting that these devices could be announced at the same event. Last week, there was a rumor that the Ultra version was canceled. Fortunately, new information suggests that Samsung hasn't stopped working on it. Our friends at Galaxy Club found evidence that Samsung is still developing the mysterious Galaxy Z Fold model referred to as Ultra. They discovered that Samsung is testing new software for a device with the model number SMF95N. This test software is being used in countries with codes KTC, SKC, and LU. This software wasn't on Samsung's servers last week, but it is now, indicating progress with the Ultra model. However, there's no guarantee a product will be sold until it's officially released. Additionally, The Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra might be made just for the South Korean market. This isn't new information, but the firmware number and country codes found on Samsung test servers make this idea more likely, as all the country codes are for South Korea. Even if Samsung plans to release a new foldable phone, this mysterious Galaxy Z Fold device probably won't come out before the end of the year. That's all we have for now about the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra.
Android manufacturers are increasingly adopting wider cover displays for their foldable phones, with brands like Honor, Oppo, and Vivo leading the charge. Now, reliable sources indicate that Samsung is likely to follow suit with the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra, also known as the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim, thanks to its rumored 7mm thickness when closed. There's been some buzz about Samsung possibly releasing a second model of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 later this year. However, several sources have dismissed these claims, suggesting that such a device is no longer in development. Notably, Roland Quant recently reported that Samsung has indefinitely suspended plans for the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra or Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim. But despite these reports, other sources suggest that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is still in the works. Ice Universe, a well-known leaker, claims that this model will be thinner and taller than the existing Galaxy Z Fold 6, with a width similar to the Galaxy S24 Ultra when closed. This implies that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra will feature a cover display with a 19.5:9 aspect ratio, much wider than the 22.1:9 aspect ratio of the current Galaxy Z Fold 6. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is expected to be smaller than the Galaxy S24 Ultra, which has a 6.8-inch display. Reports suggest that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra will come with a 6.5-inch cover display, a slight reduction from the current Galaxy Z Fold 6 size. The anticipated launch for the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is set for October 2024, with availability expected to be limited to South Korea and China, where it will be marketed as the Samsung W25. This model is expected to bring significant changes to the foldable market, continuing Samsung's tradition of innovation in their flagship foldable line. In summary, the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra looks set to be a significant addition to Samsung's foldable lineup, featuring a wider, more user-friendly cover display and a slimmer profile. It aims to set new standards in the foldable smartphone market, reflecting Samsung's commitment to enhancing the user experience with each new iteration. What do you think about the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra?
Galaxy Z Fold 6. It's lighter, thinner, and packed with new features. Let's dive in. First up, let's talk about the design. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 is now only 12.1 millimeters thick and weighs just 239 grams. That's a nice improvement from the Fold 5's 13.4 millimeters and 253 grams. To put it in perspective, it's only 7 grams heavier than the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Samsung finally made the cover screen of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 usable. It now has a wider 6.3-inch panel. Sure, it's still skinnier than the Pixel Fold and OnePlus Open, but it's perfectly usable now, which is huge news. Now, this is subjective, but I find the sharper, more square look of the Fold 6 much better compared to the Fold 5. Plus, the sharper frame makes more sense on the Fold 6. It's skinnier when folded and thinner when unfolded, so those sharp corners are less likely to dig into your palm. Of course, we can't talk about a new Samsung phone without mentioning Galaxy AI. Samsung is expected to showcase some new AI tricks designed specifically for the foldable design. Existing features like circle-to-search and web page summarization will be even more useful on the large display. Let's not forget, the Fold 6 will be the first Samsung foldable to get 7 years of software support. That's a big deal. These updates will keep your expensive device fresh in the long term, making it a great deal even if you buy one a year or two after launch. So, there you have it. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 is not just lighter and thinner, but it's also smarter and more practical than ever before. With a usable cover screen, sleek design, and long-term software support, it's shaping up to be a fantastic device.
Z Fold 6 Ultra. also known as the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim. Let's get started. Android manufacturers are increasingly adding wider cover displays to their foldable phones, with brands like Honor, Oppo, and Vivo leading the charge. Samsung is rumored to follow suit with the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra, which is anticipated to have a thickness of just 7 mm when closed. There has been some buzz about a possible second model of the Galaxy Z Fold 6 launching later this year. However, many sources suggest this is unlikely. Roland Quant reports that Samsung has put the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra or Galaxy Z Fold 6 Slim on hold. Despite this, other leaks, like those from Ice Universe, indicate that the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is still in the works. According to these leaks, the new model will be thinner and taller than the current Galaxy Z Fold 6, with a width similar to the Galaxy S24 Ultra when closed. This would mean a cover display with a 19.5:9 aspect ratio, much wider than the 22.1:9 ratio of the current Galaxy Z Fold 6. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is expected to have a 6.5-inch cover display, slightly smaller than the 6.7-inch display on the current Galaxy Z Fold 6, and it will be smaller than the Galaxy S24 Ultra's 6.8-inch screen. The anticipated launch for the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is October 2024, with initial availability likely limited to South Korea and China, where it will be branded as the Samsung W25. This model promises to bring major updates to the foldable phone market, continuing Samsung's tradition of innovation. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra is set to feature a wider, more user-friendly cover display and a slimmer design, aiming to redefine standards in the foldable smartphone arena. What are your thoughts on the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 6 Ultra? And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tech updates. Also, make sure to click the bell icon so you never miss an update. We'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.